Can you describe what is the worst kind of ego to have? Because I know there's different kinds and different entities that we talk about in yoga that affect us and represent this ego. What is the worst kind to have? You had mentioned this to me before. And how can we avoid being consumed or deviated by it, especially when we're early in our path and just starting off in the sadhana?
So this again goes to this your previous question about ego. Ego is about the things that I have that truly don't define me as who I am. I truly am. And my attachments towards those things is ego. So the worst kind of egos are the tamasic, like my bad habits, plus my anger, my this. And I can tell you I've seen people who are very proud that they are angry. They kind of make it as a trademark. In the past, they were saints that the world was afraid of. Lord Parshuram, before he became self-realized, all this time, he wiped off the entire earth several times of all the warriors. His anger was known. People were scared. Even the saints were scared. The kings were scared. And so these are almost like tamasic egos, Then come the sattvic egos. Means that material possessions, my house, my car, my looks, my education, my children, my parents, my siblings, my titles, and we got caught into this. And it's only like we reach there when we have risen above the tamasic ones. Then it comes the rajasic ones. And the answer to your question, the worst, is as we rise above the rajasic ones, we go to the sattvic ones, is the ego that I am spiritual, that I am on a spiritual path. That becomes a very, very difficult one. Very difficult to kind of overcome. And that's where you need the role of a guru or a self-realized saint to come in your life and help you overcome it. Because it is the worst kind. Because in your mind, I have given up my anger, my negativities. I've given up all my material possessions. And I'll tell you an incident. It's a real one. There was a millionaire. And one day he got very inspired and he gave up his entire wealth to charity. Millions of dollars. And started living a life of an ordinary person in an ashram. And he became very famous too. Now people would invite him to give talks. And he would go everywhere. And everywhere he'll go, say, I had millions of dollars. I was a very rich man. But when I got into spirituality, I kicked all the money away. I kicked all the money away. And people would clap, applaud, and they would ask questions, he would happily answer. And we call to another place, same story. So I had millions of dollars. One day got inspired, and I kicked all the money away. He kept on going. One day he went to another place where he was invited to talk, and there was a real sadhak sitting there. And as he said, I kicked all money away, millions of dollars. That spiritual sadhak said, sir, you perhaps did not kick it hard enough. I says, what do you mean I did not kick it hard enough? He says, because still sticking your feet. Everywhere you go, you talk about it. So, it's my spiritual that I have become spiritual. And I think I have given up other things, but so many times I haven't. So, it is just a situation where I say, I have risen above these things, but have I truly? Mm-hmm. Then even if I have, then I am spiritual. Means that I'm better than you. Mm-hmm. A person who's truly spiritual, who has risen above these things, he will never say such things. They become so simple. You look at a self-realized saint, he would be so simple. He'll never talk much about himself or his own stories or anything that I did, that I'm spiritual, I do this bad. Nothing. They become like children, pure and simple.